Okay, let's body scan. So closing the eyes gently or keeping them open with a soft, unfocused gaze, whatever makes you feel safer, more comfortable. Let's take a moment to invite yourself to ground and center in any way that works for you. And then if you like, let's begin scanning upward through the body, beginning with our feet. If we had lots of time, I would do one foot and one leg and then the other foot and the other leg. However, for the purposes of this lesson, we'll do both feet and both legs at once. And you can actually start in any part of the body. Someone once said to me, well, the way I learned it, you have to start at your head and scan down. And I said, you can do that if you like. However, I use a method from my friend Charlie Johnson, who is one of the earliest people to start his own mindfulness-based stress reduction business. And he is one of the founders of East Bay Meditation Center and a very wonderful teacher. Okay, and you have his recorded body scan in your Google folder. So if you like, try just stamping your feet lightly or wiggling your toes. Just become calling some attention to the feet and the toes. If for some reason you don't have a lot of feeling in your feet and toes or you can't move them, no problem. Simply notice that those areas of the body might be numb or not have much or any sensation. Mindfulness notices and observes. It does not judge. So maybe we don't have much feeling in our right foot. Mindfulness simply notices, numbness, lack of sensation. So you're wiggling your toes, stamping your feet, scrunching up your feet, and then just let them relax. And become aware with kindness and compassion. Become aware, if you like, of any physical sensations you're noticing in your feet. The soles of the feet. So it's like we're scanning with a gentle light. That our awareness is like a gentle light and it's scanning. You can imagine that over the heels of the feet and the soles of the feet to the toes. There are a lot of nerve receptors in our hands and our feet. They're usually very sensitive areas for some, not for others. So just notice what you notice. Any sensations of buzzing, tingling, warmth, coolness, stiffness, softness. Thickness. Energy that's flowing, feelings of like little tingling, flowing sensations. Just notice what you notice. There's no right or wrong. The emphasis is on noticing and observing. And now allow, if you like, your spacious and non-judgmental meditative awareness, your mindfulness to flow over the tops of the toes. Again, if you like, wiggle your toes. You might spread them out. If you're a yoga student, you might be able to just spread them out and let them relax. Can you feel your toes? Each of the toes. Can you feel the space between the toes? A lot of times I actually can't, and that's not a problem. We're simply noticing with curiosity. Oh, interesting. Can we feel the space between the toes? over the tops of the feet, the ankles, and relax. Relax the feet, relax. Now scanning upward over the backs of the lower parts of the legs. Sometimes they're called the calf of the legs or the shins. Right up between the ankle and the back of the knee. It can be kind of interesting to notice sensations in the backs of our knees. And if you like, you can always tense up the part of the body that you're scanning and then let it relax. So if you like, tense up, try to isolate the muscles and just try to tense up just between the knees and the ankles. If it doesn't work for you, it's not a big deal. Try to tense it up and then relax. What do you notice? Are there sensations that are different in each leg or the same? Do you notice movement, stillness, stiffness, looseness? There might be stronger sensations. When we're practicing mindfulness, we avoid using words such as pain because that's actually a cognitive judgment. It's a useful cognitive judgment, by the way. However, if through pain management we can keep the pain managed enough to observe it, we don't use the word pain. That's a judgment. We might use words like pressure, contact, burning, tearing. So we're just noticing and observing with kindness, and then allowing the awareness to flow to the front of the legs, between the ankle and the knee, up to the knee, include the knee, and noticing whatever physical sensations we observe. And relax. Shifting now and scanning between the knee and the tops of the thighs in any way that you like. You've got the idea. We're scanning over the front of the legs, the back of the legs, the side of the legs, in that thigh area. There are lots of big muscle groups. If you like, tense them up and then relax. You don't have to do that. It can be helpful. And notice and relax. As with all mindfulness meditation, we're invited and encouraged not to follow any thoughts into stories, and they might actually be interesting thoughts. Like I'm noticing right now, I have a heater, space heater on because my room is chilly. So I'm feeling this warm, I'm observing and noticing warmth on my arms. However, the backs of my legs, my calf areas, have a sensation of coolness. I don't know why. So notice and observe. We've body scanned the feet up through both legs. And now, if you like, scan up your back and front of your torso area. Your abdomen and chest. There are lots of major organs in there, our heart, of course. We might become aware as we scan this area of the gentle movements of the body in the torso area as we breathe in and out in a natural way. Breathing in, perhaps the abdomen gently rises. As we breathe out in a normal way, perhaps the abdomen gently subsides, like kind of like a gentle ocean rhythm. We might call that rising, falling. In, out. So mindfully scanning the torso and the back and front. Any way that you like. Don't forget the sides of the torso too. We might become aware or not of the feeling of our heart beating. Maybe our tummies are rumbling. Once again, noticing heaviness, lightness, contact, pressure, tingling, numbness, warmth, coolness, expansion, contraction, rising, falling. And other simple, neutral words. And relax, don't forget to breathe. Now, shifting and refocusing, scanning from our shoulders, down both of our arms, out to the tips of the fingers, and back up to our armpits, just all around the upper arms and the lower arms and the forearms, the hands, the fingers. You might wiggle your fingers a little bit if you like, or make fists and clench it, then relax. Whatever helps you focus in a gentle way on the arms and the hands. What physical sensations do you notice? And perhaps thanking ourselves. Now refocusing and shifting our attention to the neck and head and scanning up the back of the neck, the back of the head, the top of the head, the sides of the head, our face. There are a lot of little muscles in the face that produce what we call facial expressions or micro expressions. It could be very subtle contractions or movements of our facial muscles that actually can mean a lot according to what we're trying to express or the culture we're in. Don't forget your ears. And if you notice any tension, you're invited to release some of that tension on the out breath. Breathing in, feeling tension in the muscles on back of neck. Breathe out. Relax, relax. You might experiment with just letting the lips curve upward just a little bit to form what is called a half smile. It's this very gentle, gentle little smile that we might see on the face of some of the Buddha figures. One meditation practitioner said that when they smiled, this is very gentle, just a very subtle shift, we could call it mouth yoga, that even if they were in a pretty bad mood, they said they noticed when they changed the muscle position of their mouth to make that slight smile, they noticed a shift in their mood towards something more positive. So the body-mind connection is profound. So much so that in Buddhism, we do not say body and mind. They're not two things. We say mind-body or body-mind. So you might experiment with changing your expressions and see how you feel. This isn't faking anything, it's experimenting. And once again, noticing any tension in the facial muscles or the neck muscles, trying to release some of that on the out breath. Breathing out, releasing tension. And in the last 2 minutes of mindfulness meditation as a body scan, taking a moment to experience and notice as best you can the sensation of your body as a whole, of the whole body, the whole thing, front and back and sides. Just noticing, how does it feel? When we become mindful, that means that we develop the ability to just relax around trying to name everything and figure everything out in the usual way. And we can have quite a different experience of physical sensations in what we call body awareness. We might have a whole new experience. Experiencing the body as a whole, relaxing, and perhaps ending with an affirmation of what's called metta, M-E-T-T-A, or loving kindness meditation, which we'll learn next week at our last class, because it goes so well with mindfulness. So perhaps just experimentally saying, may I be safe and protected from all harm. May I be peaceful and happy. May I live with joy and may I live with ease. Just as I am in this present moment. May I be happy. We'll finish with inviting the bell of mindfulness 3 times, and then take about a 10-minute break.